to order the other post-employees benefits trust Board of Trustees meeting on this Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. Can we get a roll call, please?
Chairperson Huck,
Here.
Vice Chair Russell Benelbu,
Here.
Trustee Plemmel. A quorum is present.
Thank you. At this time, do we have any public comment to discuss any items that are maybe not on the agenda but are relevant to this OPEB meeting? Are there any callers?
There are no callers.
Okay, and nobody in the audience, so we can carry on. First item is action to approve the minutes of the September 7th, 2022 OPEB meeting. Any discussion, comments, or changes?
Nope.
Okay, if none, can we get a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
I wasn't here for that meeting. I'll abstain from voting.
Okay. I'll say all those in favor by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
And the motion will carry then 2-0. And then the next item is the discussion and possible action regarding the OPEB Trust earnings report for the first quarter of 2023. And Pam Ganger, go ahead and present.
Thank you. And the earnings report is on page 6 of your materials, I hope, or page 7. So for the first quarter ending September 30th, we had total earnings from the Carson City investment pool of $141. From the RBIF account, the Retirement Benefit Investment Fund account, we show $15,613, and investment losses of $171,249. Ouch. And fees of $180 for total losses of $155,675. This gives us a year-to-date loss ratio of 6.03%, and this time last year we reported an earnings ratio of 0.36%, which wasn't very much then either. Investments were looking pretty good in July, but then in August and September, the market dipped and we sustained quite a bit of losses, as you can see. So hoping that that will turn around this next quarter. Are there any questions or comments on the earnings reports?
No, I think everybody's losing money right now. So.
Yeah. We could just hope for better days.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sad news for sure.
It
for
is.
Yes.
everyone.
So would someone like to make a motion?
I'll move to approve the earnings report as presented.
I'll second.
Okay. Let's see, then let's vote. Everybody says yay.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Next on the list is the OPEB trust activity for the first quarter of fiscal year 23. Again, Pam.
Thank you, and that is on page 9 of your materials. So this is our monthly reconciliation for the first 3 months of the year. This report shows revenues and expenses by month for the trust during the period, as well as the summary of trust assets and liabilities as of September 30th. In the far right-hand column, titled Monthly P&L, is the net of revenues and expenses. And as I say every month or every quarter, that in a perfect world, this column would be 0, but we always have timing differences. So this time our timing difference is $2,106. As of September 30th, the cash and investment balance was $2,581,478 with some prepaids there. So we have total assets of $2,591,740. We budgeted over in the revenue column down kind of towards the bottom, you'll see city contribution of $50,000. In fiscal 22, we budgeted a contribution from the city out of the group medical insurance fund of $300,000. And in June, we made $250,000 contribution. That was in fiscal '22. So the other $50,000 was made in August, which is fiscal '23. And that's why that $50,000 is showing up in our fiscal '23 activity. So the transfer was split like that due to cash concerns, cash flow concerns in the group medical insurance fund. So that's why we did that. We have budgeted another $300,000 transfer for fiscal '23, which we won't do until May or June of next year. So are there any questions or comments on this?
Nope. Seeing none, can we get a motion to approve?
Yeah, I move to approve the activity report as presented.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor? By
Aye.
saying aye? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Next item, discuss and review the Carson City, Nevada OPEB Trust Fund Financial Report draft for fiscal year ending 6/30/2022.
And thank you, Pam Ganger, for the record. And as you stated, these are draft financials, so I want to make sure that is really clear. Our annual audit is still wrapping up. We don't expect any substantive changes, but these statements have not been approved by the Board of Supervisors yet, so we need to make sure that everybody understands these are just drafts. So the financial information starts on page 11 of your materials. So the OPEB Trust Fund is reported as a fiduciary fund within our ACFR, our annual financial report for the city, for the whole city, which, as you know, is over 200 pages. So I'm presenting only the relevant pages that pertain to OPEB here today.
I mean, we can bring all 230 pages if the board likes, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why the numbering looks a little odd on your pages. So, okay. So on page 11, that's the statement of fiduciary net position, and the first column is the OPEB Trust Fund column, and we have total assets of $2,704,580 as of June 30th, 2022, and liabilities of $12,817, and total net position of $2,691,763. That's an increase over the prior year of $29,785. If we turn to page 12, the next page, this is the statement of changes in fiduciary net position. And again, the first column is OPEB. And we had total investment losses here of $249,526 for the year, and total contributions of $1,181,405, and total benefit and administrative costs of $902,094. And that brings us to our increase in the net position of $29,785, which I pointed out on the previous page. So our net position, again, is $2,691,763 as of June 30th. So if we go to the next page, on page 13, this is what we call RSI, Required Supplementary Information, for the year. And this shows the changes in the city's OPEB liability. And we reduced the OPEB liability by offsetting the OPEB trust net position against the liability. So the city's total liability for 2022 is $61,426,640, reduced by the trust net position of $2,691,763 for total net OPEB liability of $58,734 and $877. If we turn to page 17 in your materials, I'm not going to go over every page unless you have questions, but there's a couple things I just wanted to point out here. So on page 17, the bottom half of the page shows our changes in the net OPEB liability. And this is a section of our notes to the city's financial statements. And you'll see where it says PEBP, that is the Public Employee Benefit Plan. That's the state's plan. But right below that is the Carson City plan. So this liability, if you look over in the third column, the third, where it says net OPEB liability down kind of towards the bottom, you'll see $20,811,090. So that is what our liability decreased in fiscal '22. It decreased from $79,545 to $79,545,000 to $58,734,000. So this change is primarily due to the change in the discount rate, which is used to prepare that estimate. And if you turn to the next page, what you'll see here are some calculations. It's what we call a sensitivity test. So basically, what this test does is compares what happens to our liability if the discount rate goes up a point or down a point. So if it goes down a point, our liability increases by $12 million. And if it goes up a point, it decreases by $9 million approximately. And this year, our discount rate actually increased by a little, just under 2 points. And that is why we saw a $20 million change in our liability this year. So as you can see, it's kind of just 1 or 2 points is a big change. Last year, we just had a relatively small change. Our discount rate decreased by 0.15 of a point, and that resulted in a $5.2 million change. So it's big. So I kind of point that out because it's a big liability. So our goal with the OPEB trust is to build it to about 75 or 80% of the total liability, not 100% because of those huge changes in the discount rate and the liability from year to year. So once the money is in there, we use that. We only the money is only removed to pay premiums. So are there any questions? That?
None for me. Anybody
Okay.
else? Okay, a motion. Oh, actually, we were just discussing and approving, so no need
Yes.
to do anything on that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
So next, we're going to discuss our future meeting date. Pam, do you have any dates for us to consider?
I do. I am recommending Wednesday, February 15th at 1:30 p.m. for the next meeting.
February 15th.
If that date doesn't work, then I will explore other potential dates and then email you.
Does it work for you?
I was going to say, I don't know if it's going to work for me because I do know we are going on a trip in February. I just don't know the date. So I guess we book it, and if I wasn't here, I could maybe do Zoom
Okay.
possibly,
Okay.
or
we can fiddle with the date once you know the dates.
okay. Okay.
So tentatively February 15th at 1:30.
Okay, and then are you going to let us know?
I'll let you know as soon
when-
as I know,
okay.
so we can make a plan.
Okay.
Oh, will you? Okay, because you're in January?
I'm so jealous of
Okay.
both of you.
I know it. It's rough fitting it all in, you know. Okay, at this time, the public is invited to go ahead and comment or discuss any item not on the agenda that's relevant to the OPEB meeting. Are there any callers?
There are no callers on the line.
And nobody in the audience, so hearing no discussion, we can adjourn the meeting. Meeting
Thank you.
adjourned.